On this Tuesday night edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. From the sideline, our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. It'll be the visiting team taking on Florida. Here's Tiny, now the starting group for the visitors. They've got Dimes, Tiny out there with Black Hole. Then there's Buckets, and it's Smooth in at the point.
Oh, perfect timing there to knock down the teardrop.
The Prophet passes to Mr. Fundamentals. And that one, no good to start him off on the night. To the wing right side. Here's Tiny. Johnson with the block. Here's the great one, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
That free throw, no good. So he comes up empty at the line. Here's Smooth. That shot misses. Here's Miracle Man. Second chance shot. And Johnson with the lay-in good.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
Hey, guys standing around spectating. I mean, you got to get in there and get tough.
Here's Smooth. Here's Black Hole. 5 to shoot. You can't get that one to fall. And it's 4 to the other way.
Yeah, I mean, we saw them do a little bit of everything in that game. Showed a lot of versatility.
And, you know, everything seemed to just kind of flow naturally for them. Felt like they were in a groove from the opening tip.
Here's Smooth. Passes it to Buckets. To the paint. Deflects the pass. Tiny. And he banks in the layup.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Here's Miracle Man. The pass to the Prophet. Pass to the great one. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Step back shot. And there's another one for Florida.
Well, I'm not sure how that one found the bottom of the net, but hey, you take it when it comes.
Passes it to Tiny. Here's Black Hole. Now the pass to Buckets. It's deflected. Here's the Prophet. Johnson in the corner. Misses the 3. First quarter of play. We're about 3 minutes in. Here's Black Hole. Pass to Smooth. Here's Dimes. Passes it to Smooth. Here's Tiny. That one drops for his second bucket. Mark him 2 for 4.
And getting after it on the offensive glass and adding to that early total with the putback.
How about early attack mode? I love the approach he's coming to this game with. Really strong.
Here's the great one. It's not going to go for him. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, down low, here's Black Hole, and he dunks it down.
Seems to have a knack for hitting guys in their spots. His vision, excellent.
Johnson with it. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Johnson's got his second bucket of the night.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Here's Smooth. There's the pass to Black Hole. The rebound by Johnson. Johnson's got his fourth rebound in this one. The Prophet passes to Mr. Fundamentals. Chalk up two there. Here's Smooth. Pass to Tiny. Passes to Black Hole. And there's the pass to Buckets. With the fadeaway. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. So timeout called here, the first for Florida.
Ladies and gentlemen, dance team.
A big group substitution here for Florida. Hayes, he's checked in for Mr. Fundamentals. Payne comes in for Johnson. A-Train, he's checked in for the Great One. And Baddest One subbed in for the Prophet. Here's A-Train. Pass to Man. Florida moving that ball around. Shot from 12. Misses off the right iron. Now Fresh. Passes it to Lights Out. Here's Dimes. In the corner, Daniels. Lights Out, passes to Fresh. Takes the three. That one's off. He starts the game with the miss. Here's A-Train. And here's Hayes. Can't cash in from the high post.
Tell you what, that is a missed opportunity from mid-range for sure. With as little defense as was shown, should have made that one.
Fresh, the pass to Dimes. Howard down after the assist, let him into the lane.
Well, I tell you what, his vertical is awesome, off the charts. A short center who still makes his presence felt.
Pass to Payne. Here's Miracle Man. Gets that one to fall after missing his first two. 1 for 3 from the field.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
The pass to Lights Out. He's good with the little jumper in close.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
That's tipped. 1:03 left to play in the first quarter. Fresh, the pass to Lights Out. Kicks it to Daniels. Pass to Fresh. Unloads from 13. And it's Florida with the rebound. Pass to A-Train. Here's Miracle Man. The pass to A-Train. Puts it up from 17. No good off the back of the rim. Daniels with it. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. And there's the foul. It'll go on Dub. That is his first foul of the game.
Substitution. Done.
From deep three-point range, and the last shot before the buzzer is off. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. The away team, they lead by a bucket. And we'll be back shortly. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. Dub is out there with Fresh. Then it's Mr. Perfect. Then it's Tiny, and it's lights out in at the 4. Dub covered by Hayes. Here's Dub. It's rebounded by Hayes.
Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, for the last 5 years, the Golden State Warriors have been the colossus that stood over the NBA. And there were thoughts that most teams were not willing to do things to be competitive, knowing that they could not beat the Splash Brothers, Draymond Green, and then Kevin Durant. But the Warriors lost to the Raptors in the finals last year, combined with the injuries to Durant and Klay Thompson, have opened things up. And for the first time in a long time, there are any number of teams in this league that believe it's their time.
Probably so. The West is strengthened. There's no doubt, D.A. Interesting matchups coming up for sure. Thank you. Here's Dub. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. Pass to Payne. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. Now it's a 4-point Florida lead.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
Dub covered by Hayes. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And here's what the schedule for Florida looks like on Wednesday and then on Saturday. First one falls for him. A big group substitution here for Florida. Mr. Fundamentals checked in for Hayes. Johnson comes in for Miracle Man. The Great Ones checked in for A-Train. And the Prophet subbed in for Baddest One. Good on both. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Now here's Johnson. Pass to Mr. Fundamentals. It's good with the assist that time from Johnson. Mr. Fundamentals got his second bucket of the night.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
Florida leading by 4. To the inside, Johnson. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. For Florida, they have not yet made a free throw in the game, 0 of 2 so far.
Johnson. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Johnson. Both good from the line that time. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Passes it to Buckets. Just 5 to shoot. And the pass to Smooth. Here's Dub. Buries it from 3-point range. Dub's got 5 now.
Hey, I'm stating the obvious here, but he was very comfortable taking that shot. Not a defender in sight.
Here's the Great One. Johnson right side. Poked away. Here's the Great One. That one goes. Count it. The Great One's got his second bucket.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Now Payne. And he uses the glass on the layup. Payne's got 4 points this quarter.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
And you know what? We'll see what changes he makes coming out of this timeout.
Dimes, he's checked in for Tiny. Dub, the pass to Black Hole. An easy 2 points on the layup.
No issues on that one. Good work all around.
Florida leading by 3. Pass to Payne. Here's Mr. Fundamentals, and there's another one for Florida.
Boy, have they gotten hot here in the second quarter. No wonder they're in front.
I don't know if this field goal percentage is sustainable, but if they can stay close to what they've done in shooting the ball, they'll run away with this one.
Here's Dub, drops in the tray. Dub's got 8 points.
And getting going here in the second quarter, his second three-pointer of the game.
Here's the Great One. It's deflected. Dub, the pass to Smooth. Here's Black Hole. Tries from 10, and that one drops. 6 points for him.
He's done a nice job, a great job actually, of finding efficient shots here in the second. Shooting percentage always a function of the kinds of shots you get, and he's on a good roll after struggling a bit in the first.
Johnson surveying the floor. Pass to Mr. Fundamentals. Bangs home the trifecta.
And when you've got a big man who can shoot from distance like that, what a huge advantage.
Here's Smooth. Passes it to Buckets. And there's the pass to Smooth. Can't hit from in close.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And you know what? He's not going to give up an easy finish at the rim. I mean, that's just against his constitution.
1:33 left in the first half. Here's Dub. Got a piece of it.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
The Prophet passes to Mr. Fundamentals. That one is good. He's only missed one shot of his 6 taken on the floor. And let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for Florida.
Well, in the first half of play, they're closing out aggressively, blocking shots, a key indicator of their activity on the defensive side.
Something else they've done right so far from the get-go tonight is run. I mean, so much of their offense has come off the fast break.
Yeah, things not going their way, and he wants to just try to talk this one over.
And you know what, guys? If for nothing else, just to slow things down a little bit, change it up somewhat.
Catching up on the changes for Florida. Hayes, he's checked in for Johnson. Miracle Man comes in for Payne. A-Train, he's checked in for the Great One. And Baddest One subbed in for the Prophet. And with that shot, the Florida lead is cut to just 5 on the basket from Black Hole. Black Hole's gone 67% from the field, 4 of 6. Here's Hayes. Can't hit the turnaround jumper.
Oh, just incredible. That spin shook him loose from the defender, but he just couldn't gather his balance there to follow through with the shot.
To the middle. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And he makes the first.
2 shots.
That one falls, so he hits both of them.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
And maybe cause some foul trouble along the way as well. And we know what that can do. It pays off typically in good fashion for you.
A tight game here in New York. Daniels passes to Lights Out. Here's Black Hole. 8 points for him. From deep. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Florida leads by 3. And join us right back here after the break.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, folks, welcome back. Ernie Johnson alongside the Jet. That's Kenny Smith. The Diesel, that's Shaquille O'Neal. A lot of big-time action so far in this one. Looking at Florida. Kenny?
Well, their ball movement was phenomenal. Now, they're in good position to win this game.
And now with the second half about to get underway.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. You look at Mr. Fundamentals in this game, he's been everywhere.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
Prophet is out there with the great one. Then it's Johnson. Then there's the Miracle Man. And it's Mr. Fundamentals in its center.
This shot's just, it's not there right now. With this team leading, perhaps, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
They've got Black Hole. Tiny out there with dimes. Then there's Smooth. And it's buckets in at the shooting guard. Johnson outside. It's tipped.
Starting slow in this half, 0 for 3 so far.
Black Hole passes to Tiny, and they take the lead. Tiny's got 6 points. Guys, we're not through 3 quarters of play, but 6 lead changes already in this one.
Yeah, competitive, and I think we all can agree that we thought this would be the type of game that would come down to the end.
Here's Smooth. A 3-pointer off the mark. Smooth's gotten just 1 of his 4 attempts from the floor tonight. Pass to Miracle Man. Back to Johnson from deep. That shot is off.
Ouch. 5 shots without a make. That's a really ragged start coming out of halftime.
Nailed from 3-point land.
At the offensive end, he's been assertive and efficient, guys. A big reason why they hold this lead right now.
Passes it to Miracle Man. Here's the great one. Will it go? The shot that time, not on target. Out to the right wing. 2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Here's Black Hole. Misses the J after tricking the D with the nifty pass fake. Florida trails by 4. Here's the Prophet. Now the pass to the great one. Pass to Mr. Fundamentals. That one is good again. He's 6 for 8 from the floor with the basket.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Smooth passes to Tiny. Pass to Smooth. Doesn't go for him. And it's Florida the other way. With the teardrop. Can't get the layup. The great one's gone 2 of 5 from the floor. Here's Smooth. Nice shot from 10 feet out. Smooth's got his second basket. And Florida with the possession. 4-point game. Here's the great one. And that's going to be a travel. A-Train, he's checked in for the great one. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Here's Smooth. Tries from 10. Offensive rebound.
Boy, fighting to keep that play alive. Beautiful tip in there.
So it's Florida now. They trail by 6. Here's A-Train. He's covered by Daniels. There's the pass to the Prophet. Here's Miracle Man. Just 5 on the clock. Releases from 15. And once again off the mark by Florida. Johnson's gone 2 of 7 from the floor here. Pass to Dimes. Passes to Dub for 3. Unable to get that one.
Oh, man, you know he'd love to have that one over.
Pass to Johnson. Out to the right wing. A-Train, the pass to Johnson. Shot is good off the back rim and in. Johnson's got his 3rd bucket of the night. The pass to Smooth. And it's Florida with the rebound. Mr. Fundamentals got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
You know, he looks a little off kilter to me this quarter, still trying to find his rhythm.
Here's Miracle Man. He's covered by Daniels. Johnson up top. He's got 8. Good work there as it goes. Johnson's got 4 this quarter.
No idea what they were thinking there defensively. I mean, that's a shot he makes often.
And he could tell his guys starting to wear down a little bit. Call time to just let them get their legs back under them.
Florida making some changes. Hayes, he's checked in for Mr. Fundamentals. Payne comes in for Johnson. And Battiswan subbed in for the Prophet. And here's Fresh. Lights out, passes to Daniels. Inside. Fade away. Payne grabs the board. Here's the lob to the hoop. He nails it, and we're tied up.
And what an alley-oop. Those two read each other so well.
It's a play I'm sure they love to run.
And as the receiver, he doesn't feel the need to go for the monster finish that time. I mean, laying it up for the 2 points worked out just fine.
Here's Tiny. The shot's good on the assist by Daniels. Tiny's got 11.
And he's shaking off that slow start, giving them a boost here in the second.
Pass to Miracle Man. And it's Daniels with the rebound. Miracle Man's gone 2 for 8, shooting just 25% from the field. 1:21 left here in the third quarter. Got a hand on it. Fast break. Here comes Florida. Drains the jumper to finish the break. Miracle Man's got the game tied up here for Florida.
And the jump shot has been a dimension of this game where they've had a clear advantage.
Greg, they keep pulling up and watching them go down. It's a really nice thing to see.
That's tipped. Here's A-Train. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet for the lead. And he lays it up and in. And Florida leads by 2.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Here's Tiny. Score the basket. It's number 6 for him this game. 6 for 9, 67% shooting. Guys, some great passing from him.
Yeah, everybody's touching it, and you're starting to see the assists pile up because the rhythm is on display offensively.
Here's Miracle Man. Lays it up off the glass. He's got 8.
Yeah, well done to finish that one off.
19 seconds left to play in the third. From deep three-point range. No good on the last second attempt there. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Florida ahead. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
Well, clearly he's the guy that stirs the drink for him, and that's how he does it, with his dynamite passing skills.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Payne out there with A-Train. Then there's the great one. Then it's Dub, and it's Man in at the 1. It's off target. He is 4 of 9 from the field. Passes it to A-Train. Misses in close.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
Buckets passes to Lights Out. And the pass to Tiny. The offensive rebound. Black hole. Good for another field goal. Number 5 in the night. 5 for 10 shooting.
And guys, all about hard work from this point on. They've worked hard to create that high quality shot and then able to knock it down.
A-Train, the pass to the great one. Three-pointer. Hits it from three-point range. And Florida leads by 3.
Boy, from the looks of it, it appears the defense is fine with him taking that shot, but he makes them pay when they do.
Buckets passes to Black Hole. And here's Fresh. Clock at 6. From deep. And it's Florida with the rebound.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check and was maybe a step out of his range.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And, you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
And he's going up for the alley-oop. Payne's shot is good. And it's a 5-point Florida lead. Here's Fresh. Pass to Lights Out. Here's Black Hole. Here's Tiny. And it's Florida with the rebound. Hayes has got his 4th rebound in this one. A-Train, the pass to Man. Now Hayes. Passes it to Man. Fires for 3. No good that time. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. And here's the break. And it's blocked. And they get it back. The shot's good from Hayes. Fresh with the ball. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum. Yeah, things not going their way, and he wants to just try to talk this one over.
And you know what, guys? If for nothing else, just to slow things down a little bit, change it up somewhat.
Florida making some changes. Mr. Fundamentals checked in for Hayes. Johnson comes in for Payne. And the Prophet subbed in for Baddest One. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Hey, guys, well, during the break, I was able to catch the message the visiting team coach gave to his team. He said, we're getting some looks on the 3, but we're not connecting. But don't get frustrated. He told them it's a game of ebbs and flows. Keep shooting with confidence, guys.
Off the mark, and the drought continues.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Well, guys, they need to do something to reduce this deficit. We'll see if that's the answer.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Well, I think he did plenty of damage nonetheless. I mean, it was only with one hand, but he still threw that down pretty hard.
This isn't a tough case to crack. If they want to put an end to this run, they'll need to start getting back on D.
Now here's Fresh. There's the pass to Dimes. Right wing, 6 to shoot. Black hole. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
Yeah, you know, they're losing in large part because he's not playing well. It's really as simple as that.
A-Train, the pass to Johnson. Out to the wing. To the paint. It's deflected, and he's able to get it back. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Florida.
Guys, their play close to the hoop has been great all game.
Yeah, but also give them credit for the layups they've had tonight after strong drives to the basket.
Miracle Man, he's checked in for Florida. And both free throws good for Johnson. Here's Smooth. Pass to Black Hole. Here's Smooth. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Pass to the Prophet. Here's Miracle Man. Johnson outside. Shot clock at 6. Got it off in time and beat the shot clock, but it's no good. Johnson's gone 4 of 11 tonight. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Regarding super teams, Clark, you and I have talked a lot about this. Many fans view them in a negative light, but they're actually something we've seen around in this game for a long time.
Yeah, you're right. So often we become prisoners of the present and we forget about what transpired in the past. But the Celtics in the 60s were as dominant as any team in the history of the game. The Lakers in the 80s, the Bulls in the 90s. But I guess fans have a complaint because they feel those teams came together more organically compared to what seems to be a movement by free agents that has led to dominant championship teams, although the Warriors pretty much have built their championship team through the draft.
Miracle Man hits the three-point bomb. Miracle Man's got the lead up to 14 now for Florida. Here's Black Hole. The pass to Tiny. Here's Smooth. Pass to Black Hole. From beyond the arc. No good there.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
To me, it appears he's starting to lose his composure a little bit. We'll see if he can regroup and get back into a better rhythm.
Up and no good. Brings his field goal percentage down to 70% in 10 shots. For a while now, you and I were just talking, we've had a rule that a team cannot go without a first-round pick in consecutive years. Could it be time to lift that restriction?
I certainly wouldn't mind discussing lifting the restriction, but I like it as it is on the books because it does lend itself, I think, to competitive balance, and that's important in the strength of a league.
Here's the great one, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
That's his first at the line. A great one. At the line for 2.
The first one falls. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Mr. Fundamentals.
And his focus, guys, has been laser sharp, and his touch from the field, flawless. The teammates have worked hard to get him the ball in some good positions, and boy, has he rewarded them with a spectacular shooting performance. Great call to keep running all those sets for him.
This is as good a game as we've seen him play, and this crowd can't get enough of it. When he explodes like this, it becomes a special atmosphere in here. Here's Smooth. They get it back. Dimes. It's blocked. 51 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's the Prophet. From 13 feet, it goes down.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
And I think they can start that celebration right now. I mean, what a terrific team victory.
Here's Smooth. From 12 feet out. That one misses.
I wonder if switching baskets really threw him off. I mean, because he can't get anything to fall this half.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Passes it to Miracle Man. Now the pass to Mr. Fundamentals. 5 on the clock. Here's Miracle Man. Here's the great one. So we see Florida taking the W here. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you next time.